studies.
What did you do?
Went to school. When in assembly, I was the first one to go to ground.
You were the what? First time to go to?
Go to the ground.
The ground? What does that mean?
For the assembly.
For the assembly.
What's an assembly?
Assembly is the...
Assembly, oh yes, yes. First to go to the ground. Is that good or bad?
Good.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then we had our elections today.
Yeah, are you president now? No? That's a mistake on the part of the school. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, there was elections for who was going to be the president of the 6th grade class. And I remember each of the students were making promises. If I'm elected this, if I'm elected that. And one student said, if I'm elected from the water fountain, when you turn on the water fountain, Limca will come. But he didn't say Limca because that was a joke, I think. What do you think? And how was your day today? Your day?
That's good too. Ordinary day I went to office.
How many hours did it take you in traffic?
2 hours, 2 and 2.
1 hour each way. You were lucky. Today I had my first experience of Bangalore traffic. It was so exciting. So, raise your hand if you chanted Japa this morning. And raise your hand if you tried your best to improve your Japa. And raise your hand if your Japa was improved this morning. No? You did okay? You did okay in your Japa? No, yeah. 2 hours back and forth. How did
Yes, sir.
you did better? Did you hear one Hare Krishna mantra? Did you?
Yes, sir.
Maybe. Okay. But that should be our goal. In a simple way, if we make that our goal, then we'll know this at least. Because if we say, I want to chant good japa, you don't even know if you chanted good japa or not so good japa, because you don't even know what good japa means. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted, he describes it, it's actually described in the Bhagavatam, in the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam. But he told his Guru Maharaj, what was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru Maharaj's name? And he said, I don't know what kind of mantra you've given me. By chanting this mantra, it seems I'm mad. I don't try to dance, but I start dancing and I start crying and I fall to the ground. I jump up, start laughing, start crying. What kind of mantra have you given me? And Sripad Ishwar Puri said, very good, very good. Cited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Evam vrata sukhriya nama kirtya jatavan avragas vitachita uchaya pasyat yito roditi raudi gayanti manavan vrityati lokabaya. And he said that this verse, Sripad Ishwar Puri said that this verse was the very essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Sar, and it explains basically the ecstasy that comes from love for Krishna. This verse explains that when one has love for Krishna, Sapriyam Evam Vrata, Supriya Dharmakirtya, the one chants the holy name of Krishna, the holy names that are Priyanama, very dear to him. Jato Raga Judicita Uchaya. He starts laughing, he starts dancing, he starts falling to the ground. And Lokabhaya, he doesn't care what people think about him. Because it's such an overflowing of the soul's natural relationship with Krishna. And the soul becomes in ecstasy. It's like, and why did he fall to the ground? It's like if you raise your hand if you ride a motorbike, or a scooter, or a motorbike. Scooter. You're very brave. But if you imagine if you put a jet engine on a motorbike from an airplane, that bike wouldn't be able, it's not built to hold that kind of power. So similarly, the material body is not built to hold the kind of power that the soul in ecstasy exhibits. So it falls to the ground, tears come flowing from the eyes. And this is actually the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Mahaprabhu exhibited this, the ecstasy of love for Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Viraha Bhav. What does Viraha Bhav mean? Separation. So now we are separated from Krishna, but basically we don't care. Other things in our life are important to us. We have turned our back on Krishna, basically. You know that verse, Krishna Bhule Se Jeev Anadiya Bahimukh. Bahimukh means we turn our back on Krishna. And we don't really want to have a relationship with Krishna. And the purpose of sadhana bhakti is that we turn again towards Krishna, towards our relationship with Krishna. And one of the main, or we could say the main process of turning towards Krishna is the chanting of Krishna's holy names. So when we chant Krishna's names, we try to listen, we try to show Krishna that we want to be with him, that we want to awaken our relationship with him, that we no longer want to turn our back on him. Here's one of my favorite demonstrations. Now when I'm going, yesterday I had one devotee talk to me and I wasn't interested in hearing. And it was very insulting. But he was the only one who felt insulted. Now I'm going to insult everyone in the room. Because I'm going to... don't worry, I won't insult you. I'm going to turn my back on you. Now, same thing, I'm only playing. But how does it feel when someone turns their back on you? Well, what's your name? And where did you come from? Did you come from Goloka Vrindavan? What is your name?
Ayan.
Ayan. What does Ayan mean? Ayans or something? What does Ayan mean? Do you know what your name means in English? No. Does anyone know what Ayan means? Is there an English translation?
To mix.
To mix.
Iron.
Iron, like iron. Iron, like I-O-N? No.
Hindi iron.
Okay. So, how did it feel when I turned my back on you? Raise your hand if you thought, oh, feels really wonderful. I've such a nice relationship with the person who is speaking Bhurijan does. Did anyone feel like that? Did anybody, even though you knew I was just playing in one sense, just a demonstration, but did it feel a little insulting to you, or did it feel peculiar or incorrect? Yes, these Matajis are answering my question. Very good. Thank you. Did it feel incorrect to you? Yeah. You too? Yes. So we want to turn towards Krishna. And we want to hear. Yesterday I was late, and today you are late. Come on. You have to sit here. So we want to hear Krishna's name, but also, if it comes naturally while we're chanting, we want to express to Krishna that please accept me as your servant. For so many days, for so many months, for so many years, and even for so many lives, I've turned my back on you. But now I want to turn towards you. And turning towards Krishna means turning towards our relationship with Krishna. And our relationship with Krishna is Jivera Surupoi, Krishna Nityala. We are Krishna's servant. And if we turn our back on Krishna and try to become master instead of being a servant, we still end up in serving. We still serve. It's just unavoidable that we serve, because that is our constitution, that is our natural position, that we serve. We want to be masters, but we end up serving. It's just unavoidable, because this is what we are. We're servants. This is very difficult to accept for a conditioned soul. And not only are we servants, who's a good mind reader? Who can guess what I'm going to say? Not only are we servants, but yes, something like that. Very good. You're very good at reading minds. And also books, also, probably, Krishna Kanda's books. But specifically, what I was going to say also is not only are we servants, but we're insignificant servants. Insignificant. Because Krishna has billions and billions and billions of servants. And all we could be is just one of those servants. And not only that, serving those who serve Krishna, who serve Krishna, who serve Krishna, who serve Krishna. And yet, the amazing thing is that when we serve in that way, due to deep affection for Krishna, we serve those who are more expert at serving Krishna. If that is our mood, Krishna will directly relate to us. I once, many, many years ago, I went to in Vrindavan, I was invited to someone's, like in their home, they had like a Rasa Leela performance. They had a drama about Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. So in this drama, Radha and Krishna were sitting on a throne. Radha and Krishna were sitting on the throne. And the Braja Gopikas were performing dramas of Radha and Krishna's pastimes for the purpose of giving pleasure to Radha and Krishna. This was the drama. And then Radha and Krishna, sitting on the throne in the drama, they were so pleased with those gopis who were performing the drama. And Srimati Radharani said, whatever you want, I'm so pleased with you. Whatever you want, I will give you. And then the gopis said, we want Sham. Now that is not our philosophy. To take Sham, Shamasundar, Krishna. Yes, Brooklyn accent. What can I do? It's true. That is not our philosophy, to take Krishna from Srimati Radharani, because and try to enjoy Krishna ourselves. No. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and even in the teachings between Sri Ramananda Roy and when he's conversing with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's so clear that the mood of the gopis, or the mood of everyone, is to bring Krishna pleasure. And who can give Krishna more pleasure? Or Hari etc. Of course. So the point is Krishna's pleasure. It's Krishna's pleasure. And that's the mood of Braj. This is actually described in the third canto of the Bhagavatam also, when the four Kumaras go to Vaikuntha. And it describes there are so many fragrant plants there, and everything is so wonderful there. But there is one plant that's favored, most favored, and that plant is Tulsi Devi. And amazingly enough, none of the other plants are envious of Tulsi, because they're so happy that this one plant gives Krishna the most pleasure. How wonderful. So let us cultivate that plant. So let us cultivate that mood and that desire. And let's see if we can chant in such a way that we can give Krishna pleasure. The simplest way, in one sense, is just try to hear. Just try to hear the words of the Hare Krishna mantra. To pay attention. And the second way, perhaps above that, is when we pray, "O Lord, O energy of the Lord of Krishna, Srimati Radharani, please allow me to serve you. I want to serve you. Now I have made up my mind. I don't want to imagine myself as the center of this world and I am the most important. No, I want to serve you." And again, that's the mood of Braja. It is described in Padyavali of Srila Rupa Goswami that Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, that they're willing to die 1,000 times, again and again, just to save Krishna from the inconvenience of having some perspiration on his forehead. Who can even imagine the kind of love? They'll do anything for Krishna's pleasure. Anything, everything. It's all about Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. But it's not forced. It's because they all love Krishna so much. And that is our natural constitution or natural position, that we are lovers of Krishna. We are lovers of Krishna. And naturally, all the residents of Vrindavan will do anything for Krishna, not because if you don't serve Krishna, you're not going to be happy. And therefore, yes, I surrender, I'll serve Krishna. Not like that at all. They're in love with Krishna because he's so wonderful, so beautiful. Madhugandhi mitismiti taraho madhuram 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 madhuram. Everything about Krishna is sweet. And the way he deals is just so charming. Even in Vrindavan, they can tell if Krishna has been to a part of the Vrindavan forest, his fragrance, the fragrance that Krishna comes from Krishna's body remains there. And everyone, they walk in the forest and they think, oh, Krishna's been here. So Vrindavan is a most special place. So there's so many levels we can chant on. And we heard that Mahaprabhu was chanting on such a level of separation, crying, laughing, falling to the ground, tears rushing from his eyes. But we cannot decide, from now on I'm going to chant like that. And we can't do that by the power of our intelligence, by the power of our will. But at least by our intelligence, by our will, we can try our best to pay attention, to hear one Hare Krishna Maha. So we can try our best to do that. We may not even be able to do that perfectly, but we can try our best. And Krishna sees the attempt that all my devotees trying to be with me. Devotee is trying to be with me. Okay, so everyone take out your beads. Raise your hand if you weren't here yesterday, in yesterday's class, if you weren't here. Okay, so what we try to do is first we prepare our mind before chanting Japa. Because if we just carry into Japa all the thoughts that we have during the day, we won't get very much result. It's wonderful, of course, but we won't get very much result. And then we'll be dissatisfied. But if we think that this is so fortunate, this is a special time, this is a time when I'm going to try my best to be with Krishna in the form of the holy names. We just try our best to hear. And if we can hear one Hare Krishna mantra, we keep it simple, our goal, keep it simple. We are very fortunate. So try to hear one Hare Krishna mantra beginning with the word Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Just try your best. And be determined to try your best. And understand that how many times in the last week, or even the last month, or maybe even in the last year, you were thinking, this is my time to be with Krishna. I don't have anything else to do. It's a very rare time. So let's take advantage of this rare time by trying our best. So while we're chanting, I'll speak some of the times and try to remind us to bring us back to this simple goal of being with Krishna in the form of his holy names. And also today is the 11th. One time, the first letter I wrote to Prabhupada, you know what I asked him? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Any other mind readers? I asked him, why do we observe Ekadasi? And try to chant more and not eat grains and minimize our material needs and focus. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Madhavatiti Bhakati Janani, that devotion comes from Ekadasi. So I asked Prabhupada that, and his answer was, because it's the 11th day of the moon. That's why. Okay. Okay. So if you think you're ready to begin chanting, first prepare your mind. Take a few moments to make a sankalpa that really I have nothing else to do now. This is my time with Krishna, and I'll try my best to focus on hearing one Hare Krishna mantra. It's a rare time, it's a special time, it's an important time. Be determined about that, and then if you feel you might need some help, you can pray to Guru, to Vaishnavas, to Srila Prabhupada, to Nitai, to Gaur, to the dust of Vrindavan, the dust of Sri Ramakrishna, and then when you're ready, just begin. Hari Krishna Mahamantra with the word Hari, beginning with the word Hari. You are very fortunate. So try your best. Keep it simple. Keep your goals simple. So fortunate. So we